What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, July 30th, day number 15 inside the Big Brother house. Veto ceremony was yesterday, plus more love shenanigans are going on. Also, sound the alarms. Hurricane Angela strikes again. All that and more from yesterday's live feeds. But first, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Let's jump into what happened on the feed yesterday. So veto ceremony went as expected. Kenney used the veto on himself. Tucker went up as the replacement nominee, though Chelsea did consider some other options. She thought about possibly if Lisa used the power, what she would end up doing. She really just wanted to make sure Leah, Lisa, or MJ all were someone who went home this week. With MJ having the power, maybe she would have put MJ up, have her use it, then, you know, just see what happens from there. Just they were talking everything out, but in the end, it ended up being Tucker, who was the renom, and we kind of figured that was going to happen. We had a little bit of a cam talk from Quinn, where he was talking about how he's pretty sure Lisa is gone this week. He thinks everybody's kind of on board with that, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from most of the conversations, is everybody was leaning towards Lisa being the one to leave. And he wants to work with Leah, but she's in an obvious showmance with Cam. Quinn, I'm sorry, buddy, but I don't even know if it's Cam anymore. It might have moved on to Tucker. He also mentioned how he wants to talk with Kenney, try and align with him, and he's pretty much aligned with everyone in the house, and he admits it's crazy risky, but he's going full Tyler in BB20. Just have an alliance with everybody, and then you're good. Speaking of Kenney, Angela ended up telling him, he's like, listen, I know something really big. I'm going to tell you on eviction night. If I'm walking out the door, I'm going to whisper it in your ear. If I stay, we're staying together, and we can use this information to our best. And Kenney was just like, okay, all right. And then he went in and told everybody, he's like, hey, I found $100 in the washing machine. Do you get to keep it if you find it? Is that the rule? He didn't care. He didn't care at all what Angela was telling him. And it'd be a shame if she went and told other people that she knew about a power. And I assume she was talking about Quinn's power, right? I mean, what else would she have been talking about? And that was confirmed when she then told a group that also included Kenney that, you know, oh, not only do I know who has the power is that someone gets to take over the nominations. Yep, they get to take over the HOH nominations. That's exactly what the power is. Chemo already knew this. Chemo was part of the group. But there was a bunch of other people there. I forget even who 100% was, but she was being really, at the end of the day, everyone's going to know about this. At this point, the way Angela's talking, they're like, yeah, she was talking about some kind of power that you could take away the noms. Everybody's going to know the way this was being said. And then even later after that, she ended up confronting Tucker, and she's like, listen, Quinn has the power. I just want to let you know you can't trust Quinn. I know you already know that he has the power. That's why I'm telling you and talking to you. And Tucker's just like Lisa? Lisa has the power, I think. I don't think Quinn has the power. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, no, he does. Quinn has the power. He told me. And he's a snake. And he defamed me to TK. He definitely defamed me. You can't trust him. He told T-Core all this kind of stuff about me. Don't trust him. and Tucker's just like, yeah, but Lisa's going, right? Like, just relax. Just calm down, because Lisa's gonna leave. I hate Lisa. Everybody hates Lisa. We're gonna get rid of Lisa. And she's just like, oh no, like, I know I'm probably going, and if I do, I'm gonna spill the whole thing. I'm gonna blow up the house. I'm gonna go crazy. He's like, well, you don't have to do that. You can just relax. She's, no, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to do it, but it's all I got left. And then, like, other people are joining, including Quinn. Like, they're all coming to the backyard as this conversation was happening. And it got really awkward. But basically, she threatened that if she gets voted out, she's going to blow up. If she doesn't, she's going to be nice and calm. So, like, that's her game plan at this point, which weirdly is kind of almost in a way what she was so mad about. But nonetheless, Quinn wasn't happy. He didn't confront her, but he went and talked to others. He's like, "What is this? She's just throwing my name out there like crazy." And he's like, "I don't want to go confront someone who's old enough to be my mom, right? Like this, that feels weird, and I don't want to do that." But everybody kind of reassured him, like, "Ah, don't worry about it." Even Lisa was like, "Nobody believes her." It's like, well, all right, Lisa. But you know what? I think my biggest thing is it kind of sucks that the powers are all pretty much known. Everybody knows about MJ's power. Everybody knows about Quinn's power. They don't know that Quinn has it. They think Lisa has it. But now, like, it's even if they don't believe Angela, right? Just the fact that it's out there kind of ruins it. And half the fun of these powers are when people don't know what's going on, right? And that just that shock value. And I feel like that should be brought back as like a mandatory rule of the powers is that you can't tell anybody. It has to be secret or you lose it. That was a thing when Jeff had the coup d'etat and he pulled that out, and then Shima was like, "Oh my God, you can't do this to me," and then you ended up quitting and all that kind of. Angela would go full Shima if people had to keep these powers a secret. She would not be sticking around. Her microphone would be in the pool. But it just kind of ruins a little bit, right? I like that shock factor of the powers, and I wish that when Quinn eventually does use his power, not as many people are going to be as shocked. They're going to be like, "Oh, Angela was telling the truth." Okay, right? Like it's not going to be like, "Oh my God!" Like it. I don't know. I just feel like it kind of ruins it a little bit. And I'm not even a huge fan of like powers necessarily and them having a time limit in the first place. But I do think, you know what? It's a little bit more fun when you can't tell anybody. Other than that, there was a really kind of fun chat with T-Core, Quinn, Chemo, and Rubina late at night where they talked about, hey, like, let's try and get Tucker. Maybe Kenney, right? If we could pull Kenney in and lock something in. They worry a little bit about Kenney being as close to Leah and MJ. But Chemo feels really confident that he could pull Kenney on over with them. And that could be an interesting little alliance. In fact, actually, if we go and look at our allegiance map, because here's the thing: there's alliances out there, right? Like we talked about, like the Crowboys, the Crowboys that were formed. You've got the Visionaries, which are all just kind of different combinations of Quinn, Chemo, T-Core, and Joseph. Just like the Crow Boys are the three boys, the Visionaries are the top three of Quinn and TK and Chemo. There's the core and the Pentagon. The collective is still a thing that's talked about. Even the barbershop is a thing that's talked about, but like none of them are real, right? Like I just don't find any value in them. You know what I think is really real? I think this showing of where people are kind of lining up. I think Quinn, Chemo, TK, Joseph, that's a solid side of the house. I think you have Tucker and Rubina who are sliding over to that side of the house. Brooklyn's still very much in the middle, but at a great spot, honestly. I don't know. She's actually pretty close to Rubina, so like I think there's still good connections there. She's close with Chelsea, so there's good connections there. And she's still got good relations with almost everybody in the house. So I think Brooklyn's in a really good spot. You have on the other side, of course, the core, the Triple C, Chelsea, Cedric, and Cam. That's also still pretty tight, but you do have some of this drama here with Chelsea and Cam and his weird little flirtmance with Leah, but then Leah's also chasing after Tucker, but then Leah thinks that Tucker's chasing after Rubina, and then T-Core has kind of a thing for Tucker, and Quinn kind of has a thing for Leah. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But I do think this kind of gives a pretty accurate depiction of how the house is kind of laying out. You've got these four in the middle of Brooklyn, Rubina, and Tucker, and even Leah. Though she does get lumped in with MJ, I think Leah really is still trying to be her own person. She's just, finds MJ as a good friend, but also like if she's around, I'll work with her, sure, but wants to pursue other options and other avenues in the game. And then, of course, you have the people at the bottom. Kenney might also be getting pulled over to that side, and you can start seeing an issue, right? If Kenney moves over onto that side, then you're looking at Cam, Chelsea, Cedric, MJ, all being kind of alone over there. Brooklyn would probably move over to the numbers, right? You're not going to go with the side that has less numbers. So I could see something interesting happening here, depending on who wins next few HOHs. It could be kind of fun. But they do, like I said, that side of the house with Quinn, Chemo, TK, Rubina, they were talking about trying to lock something in before HOH because they want to get Kenney, right? If they can get Kenney, lock something in with him, make sure they're good, then who's he going to be targeting? He's not going to go after MJ. He's not going to go after Leah. He wouldn't go after them if he locked it in. That just leaves the core of Chelsea, Cedric, and Cam. And do you guys see again where I'm going with this? That it just wasn't good for them to win HOH this week, especially Chelsea. All it did was kind of put a spotlight on them and then kind of let everybody else set up and make maneuvers, right? I don't know. To me, it just feels like it was bad. And even now, even though Tucker, volunteered to go on the block, if he were to win HOH, well, he could just throw Chelsea up. Chelsea put him up, right? Even though he volunteered, it's still just an easy thing that you can say. Same thing if Kenney wins HOH, he can nominate Chelsea just like that. If Lisa ends up staying now because of all these Angela blow-ups, could be a thing. I honestly, if the vote happened right now, I still think it could go either way with Angela or Lisa. Again, I told you they were kind of leading Lisa in the beginning of the day, but then every time Angela blows up, it feels like it could sway that way even more. So who knows? We still got a long ways to go till Thursday, and anything can happen inside that Big Brother house. Other than that, that pretty much kind of covers everything. My internet was being kind of spotty too, so if I did happen to miss anything late in the night, I'll make sure to catch that up on tomorrow's recap. A little bit of a short one today, I think, but hey, that happens, and I'm actually a little refreshed that we don't have too much craziness going on because it has been a wild start to the season. And we had a few days there where feeds were getting cut, but we still were able to kind of shift through and kind of detect what was really going on, even though we weren't able to see it. I wish we were able to see it. That's a shame. But nonetheless, still been a great 2 weeks of Big Brother so far. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. What do you think of all the different love showmances going on? What do you think of Angela blowing up Quinn's game like this? Do you think it's really going to hurt him in the end? Also, are you, like me, kind of a little upset that everybody kind of knows what the powers are, even if they aren't 100% sure who has them? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, smash that like button. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. Once again, I really do appreciate each and every one of you who join me every morning. Check out the links to all my socials in the description down below. Pin comment, things like Twitch, Twitter, Discord. The Discord's been a lot of fun. Everybody chats in there while the feeds are going on all day. Thank you guys again so much, and I will see you next time.
The word of the week is basura. Say it with me, kids. Basura. That means trash. Wow.
Yeah, they're freaking out.
Insane.